Good morning, class. Now, today we will learn two applications of potentiometer. The first application is comparison of EMF of two cells. So, two primary cells are given and we have to compare their EMFs. Okay. So, first of all, take the instrument. AB is the potentiometer wire. It may be of 1 meter length or 4 meter length or 10 meter length. So, I have shown this potentiometer wire in a single stretch. Okay. So this is primary circuit. Primary circuit consists of a standard cell E, a rheostat RH and a key K. This standard cell provides a constant current for long time. Now, because of this potential source, the net potential across A and B get divided over its entire length. From A, as length increases, the potential difference from A to that point also increases. For example, A to J1 potential difference is more, A to J2 potential difference is less, A to B potential difference is more. So if length is more, potential difference is also proportional to that length. Now E1 and E2, these are two primary cells whose EMF is to be compared. So it must be noted that A is positive terminal, so all the positive terminals of cells, they are connected at A. So positive terminal of cell E1 is connected to A, positive terminal of cell E2, it is also connected to A. Now this is two-way key and it has three terminals: first terminal, second terminal and third terminal. First terminal is connected with cell E1, second terminal is connected with cell E2 and third terminal is connected with a galvanometer, and then galvanometer is connected with a sliding key jockey. Okay. Now there are two options. This is key K1 and this is key K2. If I plug in K1, E1 get connected in circuit, and if I connect or plug in K2, E2 get connected in the circuit. Okay. So this is the construction of circuit: primary circuit, standard cell, rheostat and a key. E1, E2 are EMF of two primary cells. Positive terminal of both E1 and E2 are connected with terminal A of potentiometer. Negative terminals, they are connected to two-way keys K1 and K2. Galvanometer and jockey is connected with two-way key to find balancing length. Now for working के लिए आपको क्या करना है? The very first thing, plug in key K. इस की को आप प्लग इन करेंगे. ओके. So this standard cell is now in circuit. So current will start flowing through wire AB. Okay. पोटेंशियोमीटर के वर्क करने के लिए कंपलसरी है that potential drop between A and B, that is VAB, it must be greater than E1 or E2. The potential drop between A and B, it must be greater than E1 and E2. Okay. So potential drop across A and B, it depends on amount of current flowing through this cell, and amount of current, it depends on rheostat. अगर rheostat में रेजिस्टेंस कम होगा, करंट की वैल्यू ज्यादा होगी, और अगर rheostat में रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू हाई होगी तो करंट की वैल्यू कम होगी. ओके. So by adjusting this rheostat, we can change the value of potential drop across AB. Okay. So adjust rheostat in such a way that potential drop between A and B is sufficiently high and a constant current is flowing through this resistance wire AB. Okay. Now this is the first step. In second step, what will you do? First you will plug in key K1. You will plug in key K1. If I plug in key K1, cell E1 is now in circuit. You can see cell E1 is now in circuit. So you will slide the key on this wire and find a point where galvanometer shows zero deflection. Suppose this situation is J1 for cell E1. So for first cell, the position of jockey is J1. At this position, galvanometer shows zero deflection. It means potential difference across A to J1, it is equal to EMF. So total fall in potential is zero, hence net current in this closed circuit becomes zero. So galvanometer shows a zero deflection. So this was the first step. Plug in key K in primary circuit and adjust rheostat in such a way that a constant current flow in circuit. Value of resistance in rheostat is adjusted in this way that potential drop across length AB must be greater than EMF to be measured. Now plug in key K1. Cell E1 is now in secondary circuit. Slide jockey on potentiometer wire to obtain balancing point. Suppose A to J1, this balancing length is equal to L1. Let J1 is position of jockey when galvanometer shows zero deflection. So AJ1, it is L1. If it is L1, it means EMF of first cell E1, it is equal to XL1. X is known to you, it is potential gradient. L1 is balancing length. Now what will you do? Now you will plug out K1. You will remove E1 from circuit. So plug out K1 and plug in K2. If you plug in K2, second cell is now in circuit. Again slide jockey on this wire and obtain a balance point J2 so that galvanometer shows zero deflection. Now plug out key K1 and plug in key K2 to connect cell E2 in circuit. Slide jockey on wire and obtain balancing point J2. If AJ2 is L2, so obviously EMF E2 is equal to XL2. Just divide these two. For comparison, we just take ratio. So E1 upon E2 is equal to L1 upon L2. So X to X cancel. So there is no requirement of potential gradient. Okay. Now one more thing to note down is, I am saying in primary circuit we have to use a standard cell. Sometimes in primary circuit this standard cell is named as driving cell or driver cell also. So this is the same thing. The driving cell, one who drives the circuit. Okay. So this is the standard cell and it can be named as a driving cell also. Okay. So that is same thing. एक important चीज ड्राइविंग सेल का या ड्राइवर सेल का जो EMF है, that is used to determine potential gradient only. Here we cannot use the value of potential gradient for the purpose of comparison of EMF. Okay. If comparison is made for two cells, they must be connected in secondary circuit. In next application, we are going to determine internal resistance of a cell. Already we have been studied what is the meaning of internal resistance of a cell. Okay. So internal resistance of a cell will play its role when current is drawn from the circuit. So but in this case, आप अभी देखें, when we compare at balance point, no current flow in the circuit. If no current flow in the circuit, only EMF is balanced, not the terminal potential. Okay. So the primary circuit is similar to first one standard cell, key K, rheostat RH. E is the EMF of cell whose internal resistance is to be calculated. Okay. But to draw current from this cell, we make another circuit connecting a resistance R and a key K1. Okay, so start from the first step. In first thing, I will close key K of primary circuit and adjust rheostat to maintain a suitable constant current in circuit. Okay. Now, do not plug in K1. It is not connected in circuit. So, slide jockey on this wire and obtain a balance point. Suppose J1 is balance point. In this situation, galvanometer will show you zero deflection. Okay. So, if J1 is balance point, A to J1 length is L1 and this length is proportional to EMF. क्योंकि सर्किट में जब करंट फ्लो नहीं होती उस समय सेल के अक्रॉस जो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस है वो पोटेंशियल EMF के इक्वल होता है. सो एट दिस बैलेंस पॉइंट नो करंट इज फ्लोइंग, hence EMF is balanced on this length at AJ1. So slide jockey on wire AB and obtain null deflection position. Let J1 galvanometer shows zero deflection, so balancing length is AJ1 and it is equal to L1. Hence EMF E is equal to XL1. Now what will you do? In next step, now plug in key K1 and connect a suitable resistance R in circuit. एक रेजिस्टेंस R को कनेक्ट कर दें और इस की को प्लग इन करें. जैसे ही आप इस की को प्लग इन करते हैं, द करंट फ्रॉम E will start flowing through this resistance. Okay, E is the EMF. As soon as key is plugged in and a resistance is connected, the current will start flowing through this circuit in this way. Okay, और आपको पता है जब करंट फ्लो होती है उस समय इस सेल के अक्रॉस जो पोटेंशियल है that is not equal to E, that is equal to terminal potential V. Okay, so this is the second step. Now plug in key K1 and connect a resistance R from resistance box. Now current start flowing from cell E through resistance R. Hence potential difference across cell E is not equal to EMF, but now it is equal to terminal potential V. Okay, again we will slide jockey on wire AB and obtain balancing length AJ2. Suppose AJ2 is equal to L2. In that case, terminal potential V is equal to XL2. Already we know that terminal potential is less than EMF, hence balancing length L2, it will be less than L1. So again divide these two equations. What is E upon V? It is L1 upon L2. The formula for internal resistance is small r is equal to E divided by V minus 1 into R, and the value of E upon V is L1 upon L2 minus 1 into R. So using this formula you can calculate internal resistance. Okay, so these are two applications of potentiometer. Next, come to sensitivity of potentiometer. If we discuss about sensitivity, then sensitivity of any instrument is related to its ability for small measurements. स्केल की सेंसिटिविटी है स्मॉल डिस्टेंस को मेजर करना. पोटेंशियोमीटर की सेंसिटिविटी है, पोटेंशियोमीटर इज यूज्ड टू मेजर पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. So if a potentiometer is sensitive, it means it is able to measure small potential difference. So a potentiometer is said to be sensitive if it is able to measure smaller potential differences. अगर ये जितना small हो सके उतने small potential difference को measure कर सकता है, then it is said to be a sensitive potentiometer. For higher sensitivity, now potential gradient is potential per unit length. So if you need higher sensitivity, potential gradient should be as small as possible. अगर आप जितनी हायर सेंसिटिविटी लेना चाहते हैं तो उसके लिए पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट क्या लेना पड़ेगा, आपको स्मॉल लेना पड़ेगा. सो हाई सेंसिटिविटी मींस स्मॉल पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट. नाउ हाउ सेंसिटिविटी कैन बी इंक्रीज्ड? Potential gradient X is equal to VAB upon L. This is the formula for potential gradient. आपको क्या चाहिए? स्मॉल पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट. अगर पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट स्मॉल चाहिए तो उसके लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? फर्स्ट थिंग इज लेंथ को लार्ज ले लें, L को इंक्रीज कर दें बाय इंक्रीजिंग द लेंथ ऑफ पोटेंशियोमीटर वायर. लेंथ कैसे इंक्रीज करेंगे? मैंने ऑलरेडी बताया 1 मीटर, 4 मीटर और 10 मीटर. हमारे पास तीन ऑप्शंस होते हैं जनरली जो पोटेंशियोमीटर आते हैं. आइदर दे आर हैविंग 1 मीटर वायर, 4 मीटर वायर और 10 मीटर वायर. So if the length of wire is 10 meter, obviously length is more, so these are more sensitive. So by increasing the length of potentiometer wire, we can increase sensitivity because potential gradient will be small. Second, X को small करने के लिए potential drop across AB, वायर AB के across जो potential drop है वो क्या होना चाहिए? Small होना चाहिए. अब AB के अक्रॉस पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप को हम कैसे कम कर सकते हैं? इट कैन बी डन बाय इंक्रीजिंग रेजिस्टेंस इन रियोस्टेट. VAB के लिए फॉर्मूला था ER अपॉन R प्लस R. R इज द रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ पोटेंशियोमीटर वायर, R डैश इज रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ रियोस्टेट. अगर रियोस्टेट का रेजिस्टेंस हम इंक्रीज करेंगे तो VAB की वैल्यू डिक्रीज होगी. लेकिन एक इसमें अपर कट है, अपर लिमिट है VAB में. VAB की वैल्यू को आप इंडेफिनेटली डिक्रीज नहीं कर सकते सेंसिटिविटी इंक्रीज करने के लिए, बिकॉज VAB की वैल्यू हमेशा जो EMF आपको मेजर करना है उससे ग्रेटर होनी चाहिए. सो इसको आप इंडेफिनेटली डिक्रीज नहीं कर सकते. देयर विल बी ए लिमिट. The value of VAB, it must be greater than EMF to be measured. Okay, so in this way we can increase sensitivity of a potentiometer. So this is the completion of chapter. In next class we will discuss some conceptual questions. Have a good day.